Hello, Eden. Good evening. It's Eliya. I was around here, around Kiryat I called Gaya. I just wanted to have coffee with her, but she said, all right, if you're already here, like record another video. I just came for a short trip. Not completely nature, but something. So, Gaya told me that there are new channelers here and it started to be interesting. I like being here. I like Gaya. I wish she'll succeed selling her paintings. She's a good artist. I bought one, good prices. So, again, it's always improvisation here. I didn't plan anything, like, I just came to visit. I heard Sanaya was here today in the morning, speaking about witchcraft and bad eye, evil eye. Yeah, I know what it means. I agree with. I didn't watch all of the video, I didn't have too much time. Some of the things she said I do agree with. She explained it very well. So, how are you doing? I should come with a list, but then this is improvisation, you know. Nobody tells you what to talk about. You just improvise. It's nice, isn't it? I know that many people are seeking for that awakeness. It's just too many explanations to these things, too many false ideas, too many. Once you understand what it is, you'll probably be awakened by them. And there is no absolute awakeness. You always continue waking up over and over again. It never ends. Like, even if you had the Satori, the shift and the long one, you might have like 5 more in your life, during your life. So, and every time you become more awakened, it means that the last time it wasn't so great. So, this is how it goes. Well, if I have nothing to say, I don't say anything, okay? Sometimes I get in no mind. Like Tzemach. It happens to many people that enter the bodies. You get in no mind. But it's a frequency. It is complete silence. Being in a state of no mind, even for a minute, it's complete silence. Complete, no thoughts. You can still get impressions. Your eyes can see, your nose can smell, but you have no thoughts about it. You still experience things, you just don't have thoughts about them. It shuts up sometimes. The machine. So sometimes it can shut up. It is nice. It's more than nice. It's a great thing that you gain with the awakeness and stuff. You can be completely bothered by something, angry, and all of a sudden, no, you know what kind of a relief it is? It's a great relief. That the thing that talks all the time, it just shuts up, shuts up. You can tell that many people here are speaking about Eliyahu the prophet. I started the first video, you don't have it because the Gaya is not very good with technology and she erased it. I had a half an hour video. The first one was erased accidentally. Never mind. And I was speaking about my name, how I got my name, Eliya. Yeah, kind of a story. My parents were those hippies, okay? My parents were two hippies that only had one child, me. Now, they didn't want children at all. It wasn't planned. They were like those Israeli Woodstock people, you know. It was not long after Israel had conquered Sinai. And they had Nueva. I heard Goethe speaks about that. The days in Nueva, yes. I think this is where I was made. They just lived on the beach for like 2 years or something, okay? It was like Woodstock, the Israeli Woodstock. All of the artists and the cool people. It was Woodstock on the beach of Nueva. So they were hippies, they were doing drugs, psychedelics too. And my mom got pregnant by accident and she was planning to have an abortion. Now, she wasn't very certain about it, but she decided she will. And then, one of her trips, she took psychedelics, something, I don't know, LSD maybe, I don't know. She had a trip that was really, became real, and she saw Eliyahu the prophet, like big angel. He came like as a person, but with light surrounding him, and he told her that she should not have an abortion, and she's going to have a daughter, and a very, very spiritual one, and she shouldn't think about even getting rid of the fetus. And it was a very strong vision for my mom, and she decided to keep me. So I was born thanks to Eliyahu the prophet that appeared on my mom's trip in Nueva on the beach. She saw him and he told her not to get rid of me. So she called me Eliya. I am actually named after the prophet Eliyahu. Sometimes they come in trips, not only in dreams. Sometimes they come on trips. So yeah, that's the story of my name. Crazy people. They're still hippies. Yeah, more settled, but they're still hippies. We moved like I think 20 times. I was living on suitcase all of my life. I was always moving. I don't know what they were seeking for. Something. I don't know if they found it. I don't think so. Crazy life I had, crazy childhood. But it was interesting, you know. I have stories to tell. I can tell many stories about my childhood. Now, most people don't have too many childhood stories, you know. They had boring childhood. I had a good one. And I had to move like every year from one school to another because we moved from one city to another. So I had many friends. Some children takes it very, you know, become traumatized, and I don't know. I was never traumatized by moving every year to a new place. You learn how to get along. You become adjustable, you know. I don't remember where I lived. Like I don't remember all of the places I've lived. Out of the country, of course. Also, we were kind of moving. Well. So. What do you think about the Messiah Theater? Do you think it will work? Or is it boring? I think it's nice. It needs more action. It's the same thing, like Chandler's. It's a more action. I think that Gaya is more than capable of writing a script for a very good movie. Like, she showed me things that she wrote. She's capable to write the next Matrix, you know. Like if there was some Hollywood producer that is looking for new ideas, movies, spiritual consciousness, something, Gaya can do it. And she can have help, you know, from Debbie, from Sanaya, from me, from Rachel, from Maria. Like she has a kind of a team here, okay? She organized this panel, you know. She called all of the channelers to come here. It was a lot of work for her to do that. If she could do that, she can make a lot of things. I think that because she told me, and she's a telepath, she's channeling with me telepathically, she tells me a lot of things. And she actually have like an idea about television serial, but a good one, not so science fiction, more like mystery. She's even thinking about calling it the Messiah syndrome. Like she has a good one, okay? Like a serial. But before the serial, there's a movie, okay? The shaman. It needs to be forward this. It's like the Matrix. First you get the movies, then you get like television serial. So I think that Gaya has some good ideas if someone with connection with the movie industry is somehow watching it, because Sanaya is a sort of a witch, you know. She said that once it will be on YouTube, she'll start echoing all kinds of energies to all kinds of people, like Hollywood producers and stuff like that. And she's kind of a witch. It might work. So I'm also promoting Gaya's also painting, but also the idea of her being a scriptwriter and movie creator. Of course, you need to work with professionals to learn how to do it. But she's, even though she's autistic, she learns fast. So I was just mentioning something. You can never tell, because if Gaya is going to Hollywood, I'm going with her. I'll be her guardian angel. She needs Eliya as a guardian angel. I'm Eliya, I'm the feminine version. I'll protect her. If necessary, from all kinds of demons that are in Hollywood, because so many cults in Hollywood and they are doing witchcraft and demons and stuff. Like if Gaya's gonna arrive there, she'll need someone to protect her with the witchcraft. We might even take Sanaya with us. Do you know what happened to Britney Spears? You see, she has all kinds of bizarre videos that she behaves in a very bizarre way. You can think she's on drugs, probably too, but it's not just that. They have all kinds of psychologists or whatever they are that are actually trying to reprogram them, okay? They work like machines, you know. To be a musician in this size, at least once in an evening you have big performance. Do you know how much energy it is to put in such a performance? So they're unhuman the way they work. It's not human. And it's not, because they've been manipulated by all kinds of specialists. They actually are going through all kinds of processes, like psychological processes of breaking the ego, so they can have what they call alter ego, alternative personalities, all right? That you can get inside the game of the image and become it, and then you can go beyond your own limitations because it's not you anymore. So in order to do that, they actually break the ego. Now, some of the methods, some of the techniques to do that are techniques that are taken from the awakeness of the consciousness, and it's aggressive techniques, aggressive, like violent even. Not physically, but mentally. Sometimes even physically, when it comes to all kinds of destructive cults. Since they are children, they are causing them traumas intentionally to break their ego. Some lunatics, we'll speak about it maybe in another time. So this is what they are going through. Those are the training, all kinds of training, psychological training to break the egos. So they can have alternative egos, alter egos, and they can work like machines. Because humans cannot do what they do. So, she went through those trainings. It was for business issues, matters. She didn't know what she was getting into. Those training, as they are risky to begin with to the psychological structure. But this is not the main problem. Those people that are dealing with breaking of the ego, those therapists, usually sort of psychologists, they don't really understand about spiritualism. They cannot provide the spiritual side that the person is needing, especially once you break his or her ego. So they cannot provide it. So what is actually happening? They are going through trainings that are similar to trainings of the awakeness of the consciousness. You have similar things in Buddhism and so on and so on. All kinds of ministries that are very aggressive with the students. So, that is one thing they're going through. Those people, Britney Spears probably went through that. But on top of that, those people are seeking for something beyond spiritual. Now they are lost, their ego is broken, they are lost. They're seeking for something. They'll go to all kinds of spiritualism, and in Hollywood is usually cults. And destructive ones, and low frequency ones. So, the ego is broken. It means all of the defense system, including the energetical one, is broken. This person is now becomes a sort of a target for all kinds of entities that are all kinds of entities. And if you are surrounded by low frequencies, the surrounding will attract the demons, you can call them, okay? So, the ego has been broken. The shield, also the energetic shield is broken. Okay, and this is what happens when people enter the paradise. And it's been broken by someone that is a rationalist, so-called, not a spiritualist. There is no extra philosophy to the whole thing. It's just for money they do it. They go and seek for answers in all kinds of other places. Those cults are possessed with demons, and they're doing a lot of dark side rituals. Those are already exposed. The ego is broken, the shield is broken, our aura is full of holes, and they're taking drugs, and they are mixing, with everything, because in order to get the jobs you need, you sometimes have to get in bed with all kinds of people. And our aura is already full of holes from the lifestyle they have. Now, in addition to that, breaking the ego, and in addition to that, all kinds of cults, brainwash, and demons around. They become possessed. The ego is broken. Everything, every frequency, every intelligence, you can sit on it now, like riding the macafa. Debbie was speaking about it. Yeah, it is true. It has a lot of truth. Other frequencies now might merge with this macafa, and the frequencies that will merge with this macafa are the frequencies that are surrounding this person. She is in a cult, Illuminati, whatever they are, and they have their demons. They'll possess her. those people are experiencing all kinds of supernatural experiences, those people in those cults. This is why it's like secret cults, because they speak about the supernatural things. However, the level of understanding is so infantilic, and the interpretation to what they see is so childish. But of course, they believe they have the secret knowledge because they probably bought this ancient book with all kinds of rituals, and they think it is, I don't know, a sacred book. Crazy people everywhere. So it's the mixture of what you've been going through psychologically, plus the entities surrounding, especially in Hollywood. Not a good place to be energetically, Hollywood. Not easy. Not easy. So, this is my explanation to what happened to Britney Spears. Jim Carrey, it was shifted. He had a shift. He woke up. And he had a Messiah syndrome. They all have a messenger syndrome, but he kind of merged with the Jesus more, okay? Everyone has a Messiah syndrome in some level, but some have it like the Jesus way, and some have it more general messenger syndrome. He became Jesus. He's not going to stay Jesus, I hope. We had enough Jesuses, right? Let's have some Jim Carrey around. Alright, I need to end this video because the clock is ticking. Maybe I'll make another one, maybe not. If not, it was nice to see you, great to see you. Have a very good week, have a good life, and wake up. The sooner the better. Bye.